now have a summer school, which is for 5 days. And the summer school has been able to include the academia, the students, and the industrial practitioners. So we now did a lot of deliberation moving forward in kind of integrating sustainability into our software engineering curriculum, so that at the end of the day, we addressed the global challenges.
I am part of the program Software Engineering for Green Deal that is targeting sustainability in the sense of, as IT people, we facilitate pretty much the rest of the world in terms of the systems that we develop and the purposes that we support with them. So if we have a handle in all of these different application areas, maybe we can do that in a more sustainable way. Maybe we can think about the long-term impacts of the systems that we create. So my personal research over the last 15 years has been in how can software engineering support sustainability, how do we create more well-being for individuals as well as within society, and how do we protect our biosphere while developing IT systems that help us humans lead a better quality of life here.
My program, which is SE4GD, or the program that we had over here, the SE4GD vision is that we educate software engineers with a sustainability mindset, meaning that the students that are graduating from our program, they know and understand why we need sustainable future. And whatever they do in software engineering tasks, they are able to integrate the sustainability into it and then take the sustainability into account in their decisions. And now the program that we have here at UNILAG, it's a summer school on basic sustainability, integrating sustainability in software engineering, is to collaborate with the Nigerian and African players in sense of how to integrate sustainability into the education. And SE4GD has one goal. One important goal is that we have the program in Europe. We have a limited amount of seats that the students can get, and there is some limitations for the number of students per country. And for example, in the last cohort that we selected, we had more than 600 applicants. We were able to select 20. As such, SE4GD, Software Engineers for Green Deal program, wants to create so-called regional hubs that are providing similar kind of an education globally and providing the same opportunities for the students that do not have the possibility of coming to the program in Europe. So basically we want to collaborate with the local stakeholders, local universities in creating this kind of similar program over here.
We're delighted to be back here to build on the event that we conducted last year. Part of that is about how we bring forward the goals of the Software Engineering for Green Deal Masters Programme and establish hubs essentially on every continent. And a great place to begin that is in Lagos at the University of Lagos. So that's a great opportunity to really enhance the skills that lots of students already have, but can really bring them forward. One of the things that I noticed the last time we were here was how innovative and entrepreneurial the students were, and it was really fantastic to see that. I think sustainability is important, and what this event brings home is that the people who are going to be most affected by, the changing climate is Africa. And Africa needs to have its own voice about how they address their own unique challenges. Africa is littered with Western solutions to African problems that haven't solved those problems. And the best people to solve those problems are the people on this continent.
The current government, at least from what I see from the media, is doing quite a lot regarding supporting universities, at least from what I've seen from the media and the few information. I think it's also high time to have a stakeholder discussion. So the government has set high level sustainable development goals for Nigeria, but you cannot achieve that without education, quality education. So this is where you also need to talk, how do we fund our educational institutions in such a way that they can educate our students with quality educations and their future ready. Let me use the UNILAG story. To bridge the gap between academia and industry, and how do we redesign our curriculum. I think that goes hand in hand. The first thing, speaking from experience, I teach a course where solely all the projects are coming from company. I think the first step is for the lecturers to stop complaining. There are challenges in America, in the US, in Canada, in Latin America, in Asia, in Europe. We have that challenge of bridging the gap between academia and industry. And the best way is, if you're a lecturer, look within your network, you have alumni working in industry, talk to them. Bring them in, their inputs. Do you have projects that my students can work on? This is a starting step. I did the same in Finland. I started with just one company, and now I have over 6 companies working with me every semester.
A lot of talk have been given about climate change, and that addresses that deals with the SDG 12 of the United Nations. So the idea is, if we develop systems that are sustainable, then we reduce the carbon footprint all over the world. And so if there's a concerted effort by both the North, that's the global North, and the global South, to come up with framework that addresses sustainability, then the world will be in a good place to be able to live. So that's the main motivation of having this sustainability embedded in software engineering.
Sustainability is not a local thing. Sustainability is a global thing. If somebody is having carbon emissions in let's say China, in Europe, in South America, it's a global thing. There is no local. Of course, we can see some local things, local challenges in each country. But when we are doing this together, we are actually affecting globally in this thing. And I really need to thank UNILAG for arranging this thing, and the VC of this university for arranging and allowing us to be here and collaborating with us. So thank you a lot. This means a lot for us.
After this summer school, we're certainly hoping that participants, faculty, as well as students will carry the work forward, both on the level of curriculum development, of individual course design, and for the students especially to act as sustainability ambassadors. Go talk about the games that they've played with us about sustainability and about rebound effects. Teach other people about the different dimensions of sustainability and how they relate to the specific local context here in Nigeria. So we hope that this is a first building block, that this builds a strong foundation that we can come back to and continue our collaboration with.
Hi, I'm Obi Onyedikachi Victor. I'm a final year project student of computer science of the University of Lagos. So this green software development program has been a very insightful one, basically telling us about the impact of our software on globally generally, yeah, and it has helped us think about software development in a very different dimension, making us intentional about every piece of decision we make, the code we write, and also making us intentional about instructing others. For example, I'm the software director of the department, and we have this establishment, CDC, and it's given me a push, to teach, to organize everyone in the terms of individual sustainability in software development. So here, I look forward to going back and forcing core software development concepts, so that it won't just be, building regular applications or writing regular programs. We're basically going to be writing intentional programs so that everything that we build and every knowledge that we pass will stand the test of time.
My name is Bekile Julie Owowo, and I am a student of UNILAG, 300 level computer science. Well, so far this week we've been doing sustainable, basically learning how to incorporate sustainability in software engineering. And coming here, I didn't really understand what sustainability was, and I was able to learn that there are 17 SDGs and all of that. And working with my lecturers to build curriculum for this new MSc program has really been eye-opening. I'm learning to see the background of how everything comes and what you should actually know when you go to school to do these things. So yeah, it's been a very, very interesting ride.